The kids in the Camaro, of course, floored it and laying rubber off the light. When I was born, yeah, we're going that far back. When I was born, my parents were driving a 78 LTD II, Ford LTD II. And that's what they brought me home from the hospital in. And my parents drove that car as their only car for 16 years. And it was an amazing car. It had a 351 Windsor in it and a C6 automatic. And it was light blue, like sky blue. And this car was just the best car ever. Like my parents still talk about this car to this day and joke about how little they had to do to it over the years. Like literally, my grandfather was a mechanic all his life, and he used to be so disgusted by them with this car because they'd change the oil in it like once a year, and that was about it. And the car, they had bought it off of a traveling salesman, so it already had a lot of mileage on it when they got it too. So it was a high miler and just got amazing fuel economy too for such a large vehicle. They were literally getting in the low 30s miles per gallon on the highway out of this car. And like, you're not even going to believe me when I say all this. People used to doubt them back in the day, and combined with that, the car had great performance. Like, I can remember multiple times where especially if my dad was driving, he was a lot less mature back then, and he used to peel out in this car all the time. They had a shift kit put in the transmission, and it was just a really strong running 351 Windsor. And it had those tall gears in it, so when you kick it down on the highway, like I can remember riding down the Coquihalla highway with my mom in this car, and she was doing like 90 mile an hour, and kick it down into second, and this car, the front end would lift and it would just take off. So anyways, when I was probably about 7 years old, I was riding with my mom in this car through Kamloops, BC. And there was a couple kids in a mid-70s Camaro in the other lane. This like 2 lanes running through town, stoplight to stoplight. And they were just horsing around. The car was loud, and they were getting on it and squealing the tires off lights and stuff. And so they were kind of a couple cars back for a few lights, and we could hear them horsing around behind us type thing. And then a couple cars turned off, so they end up right beside us at the lights. And I had no idea Mom was planning anything or anything. I'm just an innocent kid sitting over there. Next thing I know, the light turns green, and Mom floored it, and she's laying rubber off the light. And the kids in the Camaro, of course, floored it and laying rubber off the light. And guess what? The old LTD completely wasted that Camaro. I don't know. I guess it was only a 305 Camaro or something, but those kids were probably feeling pretty embarrassed. This middle-aged lady just dusting them in her big old LTD. So that was just one of the greatest memories ever. We didn't have, that was our car. We didn't have a lot of experiences in fast cars or anything. And it wasn't that fast of a car, but it was faster than that Camaro. And that was all that counted that day.